Hi and hello once again, everyone. Monday Grab Bag. Today we are going to be playing two games. I believe we will be able to play the first one to completion, and then the remaining time plus any additional time that I decide to operate on will be dedicated to our second game of the day. But first off, we are playing a game called Arabel. It is the second work by the developer A.M. Hyde, and from the looks of it, their first 3D work. I'll go ahead and post the Steam page for this game here, because worth noting is that their game is currently, let's see here, yes, 79 cents, 90% off, along with all other released games in their library being under $1. So if you're interested in trying out some interesting games, there you go. So we will be taking a look at this first, and as mentioned, afterwards we will be moving on to BETON BRUTAL. This game. Arabel is a game where you play as a female knight trying to escape from the abyss. Surrealist, brutalist environments. BETON BRUTAL is a game where you, a nameless person, in first-person view, are trying to climb out of a horrible, brutalist, deep, deep pit. So, today's impromptu theme is two very separate approaches to brutalist escape. But that's enough talk. Let's get right into it, shall we? Get the Arabel capture running. Get the game running. Probably gonna need to do some audio adjustment here. Should get feed in a moment here. Okay. Currently all we should have is a somewhat quiet wind noise. Jump from here to start level 1. Straight into it. Bring me eternal life. What a joke. It only took one monster to bring our group to the brink of extinction. It took us by surprise in the sinkhole and killed us one by one. During the battle, I was pushed away and fell inside this cave. Deeper, deeper, deeper. I personally think this game is gorgeous. One second here, though. I poke the game volume just a little bit down on my end. Alright. Still seem okay audio-wise? Shift while moving to slide on the ground. Some surfaces can be destroyed by shooting on it. very cute little shot system. The roots seem to block this mechanism. Hello there. Don't be so surprised. There are living things in the abyss too, you know. I saw your fall earlier. Very impressive. I didn't choose to fall. Your kind can choose whether they fall or not? Strange. Anyway, do you want to go back? I know the way back. What's with that tone? I do. Can you show me the way? Perfect! I can! I will! Go ahead, I'll go with you. If you hold space, you seem to be able to glide. KV house, yep. Shift and air to dash. KV House's works are definitely also on the list of to stream someday. The sealed ampule is probably good for a Monday grab bag, but I think that the Midnight Sanctuary is deserving of a bit more grand of a stage. Jump on the light rail to ride. Ah. Keep the jump button down to slow your fall. Immediately doing some Sonic Adventure kind of stuff. Shoot on enemy's shell to break it. Ah! Maximize your damage by breaking enemy's shells. So the basics of combat appears to be right-click in order to shatter, and then after that, run in for melee. Stay in place and use shift to parry incoming attacks. Can't tell if it's working or not. I'm missing the timing. Okay, that is blocking it. One, 2, and 3 make special attacks, which consumes power. Cool stuff. Maybe multiple rats here? Let's see. Oh, double back, okay. Whoops. Completely missed the important attack there, but I'll get in closer next time. Got him. Hi, Unisits. Nice, you got it. You could have helped me. Sorry, I'm no good with those things. So you can't fight? I can, just not that. See ya. I really like how this game looks, personally. Welcome to the Broken Clock Town. Even if I'm the one naming it, and the one who broke it. Are we really still underground? The Abyss isn't underground. So, where is it? How do we fall in? Shrug. Have I mentioned that this game is cool as hell? Sorry to hear Zoe Blackheart.
Thank you, Loveron, for following.
Thank you for the follow, my friend. Always glad to see new folks join up. I want to do this. There we go. For context here, Zoe Blackheart is my love. I'll leave anything else that she wants to say about the topic to her. I love a moderator and a fox. Fox Raider. I think at least for now it's probably prudent not to say too much more than that, because, yeah. Due to the nature of the situation. It's moving at least. That was close. The city turns. Oh. Ew. I figure this is probably the right way to go. This looks new. Yeah. Alright, we're on the right path. That's some kind of writing? 4T36 written backwards? Like mirrored? The city grows. Night falls. Great! The egg is hatched. Now is the time to destroy the bird. But why? The door! Please, just make complete sentences. The door is hidden in the core of the bird. That's better. Maybe. If you say so. I'm low on health. Might not be worth it. Bit of a funny little bug that occurred there. I was midair when the cutscene started, so... So I entered the long fall animation. Ah, so close. Wait, did I... E to talk? And now? Where's your exit? Just ahead, but I don't think the gate will open that easily. There was a shrine here and a city, but everything seems to have been swallowed by the dust from the outside. So, how? Don't worry, I set up a mechanism to lift everything up. Why? How? I have a lot of free time. Talk about raising the roof. No, Microsoft, I would not like to activate sticky keys. Did not realize that was on a per login basis. Sticky keys moment. Shoutouts to... Anti-shoutouts to sticky keys. Shoutouts, parentheses, jeering to sticky keys. I like to raise up things that are forgotten. Things that I think more people should see. Things that are fascinating. Things that are works of art. Things that are unique. Streams are really informative and fun, Lou. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Unicids. It's been stressful, for sure, lately, but... good to be streaming, nonetheless. Picked a couple of games I can kind of vibe with for the mood today. Which might, if you know what BETON BRUTAL is, it might seem like an odd pick for something simple to vibe along with, because that game shares some of its identity and DNA with stuff like Getting Over It, so... It is a game about climbing, and as Fawdy said, there are some aspects of climbing that are fundamental to the act itself, and thus are fundamental to making a game about climbing. Or something like that. But the thing is I find BETON BRUTAL to be rather meditative. I was looking around for something I remember, but perhaps it's up ahead. No. I wonder if I was supposed to do something with that sphere. Did I, like, not shoot it? Maybe I just straight up tried to slash it and never actually tried shooting it. Doesn't look like it. Reminded you of the Mondo games. Yeah. I could turn that into a prior works of Cactus game stream series. But yes, I love Mondo Medicals and Mondo Agency, and we could also highlight a bunch of the other strange stuff made by Cactus prior to their collaboration on making a music video game for alongside the band Fucking Werewolf Also, and how that ultimately led to them collaborating and forming Denaton Games. I do not know where I'm supposed to be going. Oh no. Yes, and then there we go. The bit I was understating there is after that collaboration game called Keyboard Drum Set Fucking Werewolf, which was a music video game, they worked together to start a new game called Hotline Miami. Ah, damn it. This is embarrassing to get lost like this. Where's Mr. Crow? Where's that crow fella? I remember the crow fella. There you are. We meet again, young thing. Your actions have had quite an effect on this land. Your actions have had quite the effect on these lands. Interesting. Why are you here, Mr. Crow? Wherever there is a crow, there is a story. I'm here to write yours, actually. That's good, I guess. That is the thing only you can tell. Okay, now are we good? Is the boy waiting for me back here or something? I bet there's just a... Yep, there it is. Okay. I remember that there was 2 clocks that I saw, and so the problem is that I was simply missing a piece of land to raise. Thank you for your patience while I work that out. Okay, just to be absolutely sure, I'll try poking these again before I move on. Also, I might have imagined it, but for like a quarter second before the text changed, I thought that the crow's nameplate said Grand Archivist. Like I blinked on the screen for just a quarter second before it switched over to the conlang that the game uses. Which I'm figuring is probably a simple letter substitution cipher, but... Oh, hey. Wait. Huh? I have something, or some things bad to say, to ask of you. Firstly, you must be aware I'm a kind of guardian here, like the other black things you fought before. Our intention is not to attack you, we're just wired to do this. And if you go through this point, I will attack you. I don't want to, but I will. And so? So here's my first request. Kill me. Erase me and escape from here. And the second one? You see the jar I have? My heart is inside of it. Once I disappear, Take it with you to the outside. Why? Why not? I want to see your world. It's the only thing I want with my own will, so please. That was unfortunate. All target. If you do it just right, you can kind of stun lock him. Take or absorb. First answer gets it. Take. In creation, Amari Hyde. Apologies for any mispronunciation. Music, Emmanuel Barbot. About Fractal Strike OST. They are still. Canel Offman translation. Playtesters Cater C, Julian D, Quentin H, Nicholas B, and Loic A. Loic. Thank you for playing. And there you have it. Arabel. Once again, this game is currently on sale, available for, I think, yeah, available for about 79 cents or so. And in addition, all the other works from this developer are also on sale. So thank you for joining me for this one, and we'll be taking a quick look at some developer commentary here from the Steam page. One second here. Creator note. Phew. Making that kind of game was a real thrill, and a hell of a workload. Seeing this very personal universe take life is quite strange, but wow, I'm so happy with it. Creating this game allowed me to improve drastically, and even if the result isn't perfect yet, I can tell that I've come a long way. Special thanks to my friend Emmanuel, Fractal Strike, for the musics, without which the game would clearly not have the same atmosphere. I really hope you'll enjoy playing this game. Bye! AM Hyde has a few other games out. Acanthoceros, Brain Marmalade, and the most recent one, Poem Ex Machina, which is currently in development, and Poem Ex Machina seems to be a Jet Set Radio-styled combat and inline skating video game. I'll go ahead and put the page for that in the chat here. And it has a demo available now. And it looks neat. Combat skating, yep. Also, it looks like it has a robot gal, so that's cool. All right. With that done, it's time to move on to our next game of the night, BETON BRUTAL. Update the category here. Let's get the game fired up and get cracking. Firing up the game here, gonna have to do... Definitely gonna adjust that audio first thing. There we go. Okay. Game capture. Should get feed in a moment. Hopefully. Please. There we go. And then turn on the background color. There we go. Alright, looks good. And here we are. Change some controls here. Reverse the sprint and sneak controls. Much better. I think when this game launched, it didn't have any music, and so I'm actually used to it that way. I feel like it adds a sense of dread to the game that helps. One last thing. There we go. Nowhere to go but up. When this game released, I got... Hey, Loop Thron. Welcome. I got way into this game when I first played it. And yes, vertigo. Performing certain actions, doing certain things will induce vertigo. There is no, strictly speaking, fall damage in this game, but as you might expect, the act of falling down is in itself the penalty. This game cites Minecraft parkour maps as a core inspiration on the store page. And overall, I just love this game's styling. Ugh. Or civilization. Yeah. This game predates Parkour Civilization, I'll have you know. I didn't even associate that. Even though I just said that inspired by Minecraft Parkour, I still somehow didn't even think of that. But regardless, this game predates that. Ah, here for BETON BRUTAL specifically. Thanks for stopping in, friend. I'm currently doing my Monday grab bag feature, so there's a possibility I might return to this in the future, but I do have some unfinished business with the DLC for this game. But for now, I just felt like climbing today, you know? One more second here. Footstep volume just a little bit lower. God's willing, if we get high enough, I'll be able to talk about a certain interesting thing about this game, a tech that I personally discovered. I discovered a couple different techs, exploits and tech and things like that. Two of them probably useless. One of them probably greatly useful, and the last one has useful implications in the primary map, but also this game has custom level support, and I imagine that there are some custom levels that require the use of that last exploit that I discovered. Ice boosting was my discovery. I figure other people probably independently discovered it too, because it's not too difficult to cause, but I could, in theory, do some wraparound jumps in order to go that way, but I think I'll just keep moving this way. You are the world record holder on all maps. All right, hi. Yes, damn. Happy to have you. Is there any maps that take advantage of one of the other tricks I documented, which is if you fall and then grab a ladder without ever touching the ground, and then climb up to the top of that ladder, you will fling upward as if you had bounced. It's not particularly useful from what I could tell, because the bounce height you get out of it isn't that high compared to the sheer amount of falling you have to do first for the effect to occur, but I bet there's some custom map that requires it. Minecraft ice jumps. I'm unfamiliar. Can those be, in Minecraft, exploited by just going against a wall like this, where you have a ceiling, and going like that? Because that's how ice boosting ultimately works, is you go like this while standing on an icy surface, and then move a different direction, and you will shoot forward with the added momentum of all the jumps. If you let this game do it, it does a great job of inducing dread. I already forgot if I had said this already, but for this map, my best record is below 30 minutes. I can't remember how much, but I have the achievement for complete this within 30 minutes. And then I don't have the one for lower than that, so... I am occasionally hearing a noise. If you see me suddenly look to the side, that's why, is because I'm hearing something vaguely behind me. Okay. That's what I'm supposed to do. Oh, and it would be remiss of me not to mention another feature. Scouting mode. Allows you to look around a bit, but in a strict radius around you. This game is weirdly pretty, right? Ooh, that was a close one. There are a couple little shortcuts like that throughout the map, where you just make a little bit of a spicy jump onto the right spot, you can skip a bit of platforming. But yeah, I quite like how the camera controls, where it's got, like, as you turn, a little bit of lean. They do a good job. They do a good job of not overdoing it, which I think is the important part. It's mild. And then there's also assistance and motion sickness options for adding crosshairs and stuff like that. Let me experiment a little here. Yes, okay. If you hold the sneak button, then you'll stay in your position on ladders. Otherwise, you'll descend them. Oh. Of course. I got so distracted by testing the ladder that I didn't actually think to climb it. Yeah, if you like casual meditative parkour, BETON BRUTAL, I think, is probably one of the best of the genre. And then there's a DLC map called BETON Bath that is either I was incredibly rusty, or BETON Bath is miles harder, miles ahead in difficulty than this is. One of those two. I think it's just way, way harder. You can also climb ladders by holding spacebar. Yeah, I have been, ultimately, I think. Actually, yeah, I've been doing that in addition to holding forward to climb. I think both work. Yeah. BETON B-Day harder than Bath. Much harder and longer. I have not actually tried at all BETON Birthday, so... Cool. Great. Yeah. It ultimately makes sense to design that way, though, because the folks who are going to stick with your game and come back to it when DLC releases and stuff like that are the people who have experience with it. The people who spent a bunch of time with the original game and are practiced. So it does make developments, from a development standpoint, it does make sense to consider if your DLC should be significantly harder than the base game is. Or updates, or, you know, future content. Or if that's what the audience you want to cultivate, you know? This is a very dangerous jump. Okay. After you do a dash jump, you start holding sneak. That way you don't descend at all. That way you just grab. Like that. Not too much loss. See here. Nah. And now I'm forced to do this again. Good lord, that's terrifying. Every time. Okay, let's not just walk off the ledge this time. Yeah, and it's times like these where it's definitely better to hold forward in order to climb up than to hold jump. That way you can just do that. Long way down and a long way up. Now, worth knowing, you can't actually grab the ladders from that angle. You need to be slightly out from it. But the hitbox for connecting to the ladders is a little bit generous in that way, that you can kind of jump past them to some degree. It's, of course, good to test these sorts of mechanics in safe environments like this. Scout mode. Okay, looks like I do need to do what I think I do. I have resensitized to the fear of this game. And my gap of playing. This is some sketchy platforming, Conley says. It's only gonna get worse. This game seems to be good for causing me to generate inhuman noises. Panicked slime sounds. No. No, no, no. That's not worth it. Whatever it is, it's not worth it. Bounce platforms. be clear, I have climbed this tower many, many times. It's just the last time I played was... The last time I played this tower was prior to Beton Bath release. So the muscle memory's still there, I guess, is ultimately what I'm saying. But yes, I'm quite happy with my performance thus far as well. Watch your head. And then, as with Minecraft, you can crouch to not walk off ledges. Oh, I needed to improvise there because I did not remember that I needed to turn. I thought I was climbing up to that. Alright, this is scary. Got it. Okay, okay. Yeah, I mentioned a bit earlier that my speedrun record for this tower is sub 30 minutes. I don't know how far below sub 30 minutes, but sub 30 minutes nonetheless. When in doubt, follow the light. Held by yours truly, if I'm understanding correctly. Not me, but you in the chat. Or previous record holder or something. Whew. That was dumb to even attempt that, but whatever. Oh, and it also gained me nothing. Gotta love high risk, negative reward. That one you actually need to not go full speed. You kind of need to slow down in order to actually bounce off those. And I'm telling you that because I realized mid-flight that I needed to slow down. That is not me remembering, that is me rediscovering. Okay, that is new. Okay. I had a moment of... There's no way I went in a circle, right? It's possible to crawl around those sorts of corners by just entering crouch mode and letting yourself sort of slowly shimmy. Okay. That's that part. Looks like it's going to be bounce all the way across to that far section. Right? Ah, yes. That is not a makeable jump right there. That is what you need to do. Mind your head. I think I might be going a backwards direction here. Yeah, I did a skip, apparently. Mind your head. Okay. I stand here and I wonder, is this right? But I know that the answer is there's only one way to find out. It is not. Back down we go. Had to have at least one fall in this game, you know? Uh-oh. I can grab those ladders with scroll jump. Okay. Oh. I see. Okay, let's work this out here. Okay, it appears to be the second bounce that does it. Got it. Nifty. I didn't know about that one. Thank you. That almost didn't work. Ah, okay, I figured out what I did wrong and what I need to do. Mind your head. Ah, I almost panicked and flew off the edge of it. There we go. No, guy's username. For context, F. Zoe Blackheart was living with me for a month and moved back today. And so she got plenty used to the green cheek conure that also shares this house with us and is a temperamental little fella. So yeah. The bird is fine. All is well. I also got a funny idea for something I can do during the span of the stream, but I will have to find an appropriate moment. Don't look down. Do not look down. Into the red zone. Now's a good time, though.
Paranoia.
Paranoia. Yep, it's our first of that type of jump. Ah. Okay. Where's Pep? Wee wee. Oh. I see. Okay. I don't see. Is that possible? Maybe it's like a hidden shortcut to some degree? I think that's a advanced shortcut. I can make myself more paranoid. this. Oh, you can maintain your sprint if you grab onto nails but don't ever actually physically touch the wall. Nifty. Oh god, that's a terrifying jump. Ah. Oh. Okay. Ah. BETON Brutal. Horrifying video game. Trick is to know your maximum jump distance and do diagonal jumps for ones that are shorter than it when you're landing on poles like this. It's bound to happen at some point. Serenity now. Nothing else to do but to keep climbing. Be back there in no time. Once again, I don't know if that benefits me in any way. Climb, climb, climb. Mind your head. So I'm curious. Those of you who don't know already, have you figured out what the high vertigo effects are? Apart from just like the FOV stuff of actually increasing your vertigo. We've seen it a few times. I feel like that jump is probably just barely makeable. Ah. If you think you know, but you also think you're imagining it, you're not. There's your hint. Doing stuff the second time is much easier. Yeah, this game's a mixture of meditative and... While I say that, I start to wonder. I think this game excels because it allows you to bring yourself into it. Like, is this a horror game? Maybe. Is this game meditative? Maybe. Like, it just, in a way that I can't quite articulate, this game just sort of is. And it's how you react to it that sort of decides what kind of game you think this is, you know? Is this a rage platformer? You could argue it, yeah. You can lose massive amounts of progress in a single mistake. But it uses those sparingly. And there's segments where if you follow, you lose only a little bit of progress, you know? find the act of climbing in this game rather meditative. Okay. Okay, okay. Especially if it's something that isn't new. Like if you're climbing back up to a place you've been before, it's... the tension is gone of your previous climb, of doing the unknown. And your movements become more confident and more practiced. And some might argue more foolhardy. Depends on you. Exactly. Does scroll jumping work on flat ground, or is it just bounce platforms? Looks like it's just bounce platforms. Yeah. Yeah, you could... There's perfectly valid arguments to be made that this is one of the army of Bennett Foddy's getting over it with Bennett Foddy. Like one of the many, many tributes to that game. Or you could just as easily argue the opposite, and that this is a meditative love letter in video game form to those who just like to clamber in video games. And, well, I'm decently in the middle of those two, because I literally reached affiliate while doing an endurance stream of getting over it with Bennett Foddy, so... But I also find this sort of stuff really meditative. Let's see here. Ah, yes, you stay in your... I can tell from the... Stand in the ladder, hold... It does work, okay. Okay, let's measure here. I do have the game running at a very high frame rate. I wonder if that affects it. But on flat ground anyway, I don't seem to be gaining any more than just holding spacebar. And yeah, we can leave the crosshair on. Oh, I did manage to grab it. Nice. Actually, I find the crosshair irritating. I'm sorry. I'm turning it back off. Oh god, that was terrifying. Oh, I turned off scroll jumping, not crosshair. Yeah. Okay. Yep, I got impatient. That was entirely on me. I knew exactly what I needed to do there, and I didn't do it. Up we go. Not too much damage, all things considered. Yeah, we're already back. We had it. That was sketch. I'm glad that ladder exists right there. Had it again. Okay. I'm taking a moment to stretch my wrists and to increase my paranoia. Ugh. Big stretches. Right then. Ooh. There. Okay. Forward progress, baby. Feel so much. Can you tell that I remember that part? Because I very much so remember that part. Alright, this. I know how to deal with this. Get a couple steps below the top. Eye level 2 rung, 3 on the 3rd rung from the top. Get to the side of the ladder, then let go of control, or sneak rather, and hold forward at the same time. That will allow you to do a little hop. I have nothing to fear from this place. This place does not control me. First try. And what a relief that is. Iconic in its cruelty. That segment. It was worth a try. Woo! Okay. Where are we at and what direction do we go? thought I missed that one too. Holy moly, I'm so glad. Might have gone backwards just a little bit there, but it's fine. Oh, it's not the right jump. Ah, okay. Looks like that is the jump I'm supposed to make. Did I just nail that the first time and didn't realize that it was a difficult jump? What am I missing? Nothing, looks like. Yep, there we go. I don't think I did this last time. I think I did a different route. So that's fun. Okay. I can breathe. I can breathe again. Alright, back to the light platforming. Just a bit of light platforming I need to do. Hehe. The moment approaches. We're close. We are close once again. Here we are. Never look down here. It'll only stress you out more. Still we climb. Alright, let's try and do that once again. See if we can make it this time. Nice. Forward progress, I think. That's a pretty significant skip, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that one scared me. Okay. Still we climb. And still we need to stretch our wrists. Ugh. Hmm. The next sector. Kind of. Not doing that today. Welcome to the Ice Physics Training Ground. Oh, that's mean of them. I'm trapped in this little spot unless I do a wraparound jump. Oh. Whoops. Don't let impatience get the better of you. Yeah, the intent is that you bounce your head off these repeatedly to do that. But a speedrun discovery that I made is that if you do something like this, you can also build up that momentum without actually moving, which allows you to build it almost arbitrarily high. And that does have a couple use cases. I watched a speedrun. I have not. I enjoy speedrunning personally, but one of the things about me is that I enjoy the act of routing, and so I view watching speedruns as almost spoilers, because I like the actual act of trying to figure out the routes myself, more than as a vital part of speedrunning to me. That said, it's been long enough. Maybe I shall. I have previously had my fun with speedrunning this game, so why not at this point, you know? I just like the excitement of discovering the tricks myself. Can I do this? I can. That might even be what I'm supposed to do. Sure. I'll take a look at the record. Your record. Hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh, almost did it. So as you can see, I'm actually building up lots and lots of momentum by doing this. And if I do it just right, then jumps for max speed. Good to know. I'll pull this off eventually. It's a very funny trick when I manage to do it. Oh, almost had it. Actually, let me... Okay. Again, very close. You can surf up that wall all the way in order to skip all the platforming there. Good enough. I believe I was the first person to document that. That particular skip. On the Steam forums, there was an old, there was a thread for, yeah. There was a forums thread for crowdsourcing discovered skips. I put a video of that one in there. Well. Don't think I know about it, no. Once again, good enough. Oh, right. Can you do something like use that slide momentum in order to fly off this ledge and fly out somewhere further? I feel like I remember something along those lines. Ah, beans. Right, need a... Okay, that's good to know. I can not do full speed forward and I'll still maintain my momentum when I start accelerating again. I don't think I actually realized that. I can let go of the throttle in order to help myself land on those. Perfect. There we go, the maximal version of the skip. I am going in circles. Ah, I figured it out. Okay. Okay, okay. Good lord, I straight up thought I missed it. Ah. So glad. I am so glad that I nailed that first try. We're in the final stretches here, folks. Close. Take a moment to breathe. Do this. Could do it around the other side, but that risks me actually truly falling. I think it's something like that. I don't remember this bit. Overthinking it. Understood. You just need to do essentially the exact same thing as right there. once I'm past this. Once I'm just past this. I managed to panic hit F. Alright, yeah. Yeah. Folks, I think that's going to do it for BETON Brutal. Oh. That's tragic. Oh, would you look at that? I made the jump. How interesting. I feel like I remember there was a way to do that. See? Oh, would you look at that? I made the jump. How interesting. This game has a unfortunate almost jump scare. Like, I don't think it's intentionally a jump scare, but if you look here and get close, it makes a loud noise. And you can end up just, yeah, getting that while you pass. Throw the crap out of me the first time it happened. And then with that, you reach the top, where there's a whole bunch of men holding up the rest of the environment. It is possible to climb up there, and I believe there's like a little dev Easter egg somewhere up there. But that is the main tower of BETON Brutal. Almost entirely completed normally. Legitimately, rather. But my wrist is starting to hurt, and we've been going for almost 3 hours now, so... And that, my friends, is BETON Brutal. The primary level, anyway. There's BETON B-Day and BETON Bath as well. As always, take a momentary look at credits. Games are developed by people. Always remember that. And let's see here. I'm going to exit out here. And then we are going to pull up the speedrun. Let's see, 13 days ago, it looks like you set your record. Let's see. What's the best way for me to get this to display fully? I could use the coloratura capture if I still have that, because that also was just me grabbing a browser. All right. A little bit clunky, but we can live with it. Oh, in-game replay. Okay. I forgot that was a feature. Yes, that makes much more sense. Thank you. Let's fire that up. Let's see. Downloading replay. Let's watch. That trick is used in the speedrun? Oh my god. I discovered something similar for not that wall, but a similar one down low. I'm all like, yeah, I think I was the one that first documented that certain... Oh my god. Yeah. Early on, there's walls that are not perfectly vertical, and if you spam jump on those slanted walls, you can climb them. I only discovered it for a single wall, and thought that was the only wall that had the right angle for it to work, but apparently it's a lot more forgiving if you know where to look. This gives me time to do some wrist exercises. As a reminder, we are watching a replay of the world record holder, who is currently in our chat, watching. I'm seeing what shortcuts are used here versus which ones I happen to know about. Absolutely fantastic stuff, I gotta say. Wild to watch. Ha! Some of these strats just feel like you're showing off, but also, no, those are necessary. For a speedrun this deeply optimized. This is mesmerizing. That's cute. I like that. Let's see here. Ha! Very good. Oh my god. Nice. Ha! Okay, yeah. I didn't know about climbing up through the water like that, but... I can tell that you did a major skip there, but I didn't even notice where exactly you did it. Oh my god, just falling straight down there. Scroll wheel jumping in order to get the most out of that. In order to get a little bit of extra height, which allows you to grab that ladder, which you aren't, quote-unquote, intended to. You make the loop around jumps look completely natural, barely even turning at all. By simply just already facing in 90% the correct direction, veering slightly to the side. And you're sprinting through all this, of course. The wall nail trick that you taught me during my run. Scroll macro, yep. The light segment. Making me wish that I had a popcorn bucket asset for me to use. That's horrifying. Disgusting. Oh, and you land on the light there too. That's good. Oh. Hey there, Spooky Dave. But yes, that's the effect of high vertigo, is Spooky Dave will appear gradually closer and closer to you, and more frequently. I once captured a screenshot of the guy and commented, oh, okay, that was awesome. It's the one. I knew that there was a way to further momentum there. Oh my lord. So that's... You're moving forward on those? That's horrifying. Grab those ladders there, and then... There it is. Okay, that is funny. That is a cute way to end the run, of just... You don't climb up the normal way, instead you do that fling in order to You do that little fling in order to get yourself momentum that you fly upwards far enough to pass the victory barrier. Ooh. Yeah, in any case, though, I think the bot might eat YouTube links, but do you want me to... I think I found the YouTube. I think I could post it for you. Is it just your record? WR first sub 650, BETON BRUTAL, any percent speed run in 649? Is that the video you're talking about? If it is, there it is. But, yeah. Two very different takes on escaping a horrible brutalist nightmare zone. Arabel and BETON BRUTAL. Let's see. I wonder if that got fixed. Or if I'm just doing it wrong, but... I remember if you fall and grab a ladder from the side like that, and then climb off it, you would get a big jump, but... Oh, maybe it's... whatever. I have a video documenting it somewhere. But, in any case, that's going to do it for today. Thank you, Luferon, current world record holder of BETON BRUTAL, for tuning in. And let's see, as usual, who we can raid to. Following... here we go. Finishing Hyper Shrimp's RPG they sent me. So, this looks like it is a... some kind of RPG. Do not know this one. But, in any case... Alula Castor. Let's raid on over to her, and enjoy the rest of your night, folks.